Alright boys, what's good? This is me coming straight off of another video I literally just made. But in this video, we're going to be talking about how to combat chargebacks, bro. So, I'm sure a lot of you guys know, bro, chargebacks coming into, I know it's about to be Q4, but it's about to be in general. Chargebacks are one of the most and worst things that can happen, bro. Why? Because money get put on hold. You get banned off the payment processor. You lose money. You know what I'm saying? Like all these things. If you don't know what a chargeback is, basically what it is, somebody orders from your store and then they call their bank saying that they either didn't receive the product or they made a mistake on their and they didn't mean to buy, and so the bank basically cancels that order and takes the money back from Shopify or from your Shopify store, and what happens is you get penalized on it. So whenever that happens, that hurts the payment process. So if somebody orders on your store and let's say they ordered it and 2 days later they charge back, they call the bank saying, hey, this was fraud or it was a scam. Most people just say it was fraud, that they didn't actually buy it, even though it was actually them. Somebody hacked into my bank and bought this. Can you get the money back? The bank will then go to Shopify and forcibly take the money back, saying it was fraud. And then what will happen? Like, I didn't mean to buy this, or or they might say that you didn't fulfill on your end or whatever it is. And then it will hit your payment processor. Then Shopify will then take the money back from you. And they're going to charge you a $15 fee, because whenever a chargeback hits them, they get fucked because they get hit with a fee on top of the bank taking the money. So they hit you with a fee to be able to cover that as well. From my knowledge, at least, I might not be 100% sure on that part, but in general, like the chargebacks, Shopify, they penalize you for it, and you basically go and they take the money back. And then on top of that, they also go and they give you a fee of $15. So if you get 100 chargebacks, you owe $1,500 on top of the money that was refunded in chargebacks. So it's one of the worst things, because if you get enough chargebacks, what's going to happen is that you not only do you not get your money, but also on top of that, you also go and you can even get banned off the payment processor, right? So in this video, we're going to go over how to not have chargebacks happen to you and how to basically go and combat them. So if you don't know who I am, my name's Anthony. I run a multi-six figures now in revenue with Organic Dropshipping. I'm just a regular nigga who does a business model, bro. I'm not one of these LARPing ass gurus. As you can see, I'm in my fucking house right now. You know what I mean? My biggest thing to show you niggas, one, how it really is to do this shit. Like, this is not no LARP. Like, I'm here to show you guys, like, this is what it really looks like. Making a lot of money, this is what it really looks like to make a lot of money, to make it out, to make it happen. Like, it's not no always doing cool shit. Like, I have a C8 Corvette, and even me right now, I'm still chilling. I've made a multi-six figures now, profit, and I have not upped my expenses at all, other than buying a car. And the reason being is because, one, I'm not a materialistic guy. I came from nothing. I came from the absolute bottom, okay? Didn't have anything. I had my first pair of Jordans at 17. Bro, going to McDonald's was like a specialty for me. Not only that, but we had to literally use a wrench and go inside. We had to use a wrench to turn our water on because our water faucets were all broken. We struggled to pay the bills. My mom and dad were never around. I took care of my brothers and sisters, watched my brothers and sisters cry. And basically were just telling me like, oh, all the sob stories. Watch my brothers and sisters cry, etc. Mom was a alcoholic and even a drug addict. So yeah, bro, I've been through some shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to show you guys, one, that you guys can make it happen too, and two, to give you guys the real value. Like, a lot of people want to give this bullshit. Like, I'm here to give you guys the real value if you're trying to make money with Organic Dropshipping. So if you watch every single one of my videos, you see me just sitting here on this fucking thing, just doing and giving you guys value, because that's what it's supposed to be, and that's what all it is, bro. Because at the end of the day, you're here to make money, okay? And I'm here to help you with that. You know what I'm saying? And if you fuck with me, you fuck with me. If you don't fuck with me, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Don't watch my videos. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Overall, how to combat chargebacks. Okay, so when it comes to chargebacks, these are the things you need to understand. It all comes down to how much the customer feels comfortable and how much the customer trusts you, especially in organic dropshipping. Every purchase in organic dropshipping is an impulse purchase buy. Everybody buys because they just want the product, they don't think, and they buy. Then a lot of times what happens is, especially these AI products, because AI is a big thing in organic dropshipping right now. They realize that it's AI, they feel like they got played, and then they charge back. I'm sure you guys have all dealt with this, where niggas will literally buy the product, realize that you used AI, and then charge back because it was AI. It's the most retarded shit ever. It pisses me off, but you can't do anything about it, right? Now, what do you do when that happens to you? Okay, so this is honestly how to combat that, basically, right? So there's multiple ways to combat chargebacks. I'm gonna go over like 4 or 5 things that are really mainly necessary and how to and some tricks to how to stop it. So first things first, having customer support is one of the most important things that you need to have set up in organic. Okay, please listen to me. When you have your customer, when in your FAQ, if you know what FAQ is, it's like basically where they frequently ask questions. You have like 4 questions that people always ask. And you have contact us. You need to make sure you have the contact us with the email of your store linked to it. So however much you made the store, you need to make sure you have your store linked to your email, okay? And when people respond, you should be responding within a 24-hour span. Within a 24-hour span, you should be responding, okay? You should be responding, talking to them, like just talk to them like you're a regular person. You don't have to over talk. You don't have to try to feel like you're like a robot. No, like just talk to them like a regular person, bro. And this one mainly for beginners, like people who don't have a lot of revenue, who aren't getting a lot of orders. Like just talk to them like a regular person. They're gonna ask like, hey, I want to check with my order. And there might be some issues where people say they want a refund. There might be some issues where people say they ordered wrong and they wrong sizing, whatever it is. Just talk to them, communicate with them. That's the biggest thing most people ask. If you communicate with your customers, they will trust you way more and they won't charge back because they trust you. You know what I mean? So just communicate them, talk to them, actually genuinely, go and have conversations with them back and forth. But always respond within a 24-hour span because people do not like to wait. If you take longer than 24 hours to respond, they're like, damn, well, they're not communicating with me. They must not care. So I'm just going to charge back because I feel like I just got scammed. That's literally what always happens, bro. No bullshit. So please respond within a 24-hour span so you don't get fried on chargebacks, because they will charge back if you don't respond, because people get scared, bro. A lot of times, bro, when you buy something online, bro, not everybody thinks they're going to get their order. So because of that, or they think that, they might have got scammed. Everybody feel like they're taking a risk when they buy something online. So responding back and having fast communication is going to boost that trust so you don't get fried on chargebacks. You know what I'm saying? Because, again, one wrong move and if niggas are charging back because they realize that you used a little bit of AI on your videos, what do you think is going to happen when when you don't respond within 24 hours? So just respond in 24 hours, especially if you're at low scale. It's one of the most highest ROI things that you can do, okay? So, like I said, make sure you're communicating with them. Just normal shit. If they ask for a refund, a lot of times I just give them a refund because I don't want to deal with the bullshit of me telling them, well, you just placed the order. Just give them the fucking refund, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Just give them the refund so you don't have to deal with the bullshit. Because if you don't give them the refund immediately, they might want to get mad and they might charge back. And you don't want to deal with that. So just give them the refund, okay? But if you do want to not give them the refund, what you could do is just tell them, hey, I see that you just order. What is the reasoning for the refund? Oh, well, and find out the reasoning for the refund. And they'll tell you, oh, well, I didn't mean to order, or this and a third. And just when they give you the refund, let's say, oh, I thought I wanted it, but then I realized I didn't. You could say this. You could be like, well, your order's already in production and it's already about to be shipped. Or you could be like, your order's already being shipped. So if you want a refund, once you receive your order, then contact us again and you can ship it back to us. And when you ship it back to us, we will then give you a refund. Now, I've done this before where I've told somebody, oh yeah, well, it's already being shipped. They just ordered yesterday, but they said, oh, I want a refund. I'm like, oh, I already shipped your order. It takes 14 days to receive, some bullshit like that. And what happens is that I tell them, if you want a refund because we already shipped it, just contact me whenever you're ready when you get the product, and we will go and we'll give you a refund when you ship it back. And a lot of times, if they contact me when they receive it, then I will refund them without having them ship it back, because of the fact that like it was just a play. So the whole point is, a lot of times what happens is, I've done it before, people say they want a refund, and then if you told me you already shipped it and they have to wait to ship it back, they'll get the product and they won't even tweak it anymore. Like, they'll actually keep it and never hit you back. So that's why I make that play where I say that, because a lot of times they want the refund in the moment, but then when they get the product, they actually don't want the refund, or they don't want to go through the hassle of having to come back, go to the post office and ship. So they'll just deal with it and keep the product. But when it's 2 weeks later, they're not tripping about the $60 order that they bought 2 weeks ago. You know what I mean? A lot of people aren't. Some people are. You are going to get some people who still want the refund. Then if they contact you saying they want the refund, just refund them. But if not, just boom. This is an easy play that you can save money on refunds, bro. So yeah, like I said, just talk to like regular people. Now the biggest thing I will tell you, bro, is that when it comes to customer support, that's the number one thing. Customer support, having a good amount of just making your store look extremely trustworthy, bro. So a lot of times people have bought and they look at your store, or they feel like, again, the whole point is to make them feel like you're a real brand, you're a real company. So reviews are hella important. If you have a lot of reviews on your store, it makes you look more real. So when I ran Billie Eilish blankets, I ran that shit for 6 months. 6 months I ran these Billie Eilish blankets. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. I made $60,000 with that product. I literally had over 100 plus reviews on that store. Over 100 plus real reviews on that store. Because of that fact, it had so much proof of concept of people like it looking real that people would buy. First of all, my CVR spiked up from 0.5%. And when I first started running the product, it was like 0.8 to 1. It spiked to 2.5 because of how much fucking proof of concept I was slapping in their face, bro. Everybody's seeing different ways people are using it, the different variants people are buying. Everybody's seeing how people look with it. You know what I'm saying? And you're like selling them the result of like what you would look like, with that Billie Eilish blanket on your bed. And because of that fact, not only do they trust you more, but now it sells them even more because they're seeing other people literally go and say that this product did this, and this, and that allows you to boost your CVR even more because of the fact that people, it's just more proof of concept. So over 100 plus reviews. I had the pop-up widgets where the widget would pop up when you're scrolling through of like reviews. So reviews would pop up on your store while you're like scrolling through my store. Reviews will pop up on the screen whenever they scroll in the store, and it was so real. It looks so real that people want to buy. Do you need to have 100 reviews? No, but having a shit ton of reviews is a high ROI play if you're trying to combat chargebacks, bro. I'm telling you right now. So go and add a shit ton of real reviews. If you're generating AI, generate like fucking 25 reviews, 30 reviews that look extremely real, all in different areas, different backgrounds, different ways of showing it off. And this will make you boost your CVR even more and also combat chargebacks because now you look way more real. The more real that you look and the more proof of concept of people getting the product, bro, and people, loving it, the more people are going to go and not charge back. And also it's going to boost your CVR. Everybody thinks you only need to have 3 to 5 reviews. Bro, I've had 100 reviews on my store one time. And those were real reviews. You can make 30, fake AI reviews, and those reviews will give more proof of concept. Just make sure it look real. Different areas, different backgrounds, different, places with it in, different ways of showing it off. When I had the blankets on the wall, on the floor, on the bed, on the couch, people holding it up, and it just looked more real, which stopped chargebacks because people had genuine belief that they were going to get that product, which they did. And on top of that, they also boosted my CVR because the proof of concept, and it sold the dream. You know what I'm saying? So reviews are hella important. Now, next thing is like I said, reviews are hella important. Next thing is something called Disputifier. So what Disputifier is this app that basically combats you from actually going and making the chargeback hit your payment processor and gives you a high chance to actually win them. So it's basically a chargeback stopper app basically. And how it works is that you go on the App Store, Shopify App Store, you look up Disputifier and you set it up and you connect it to your store. And what it does is that every time somebody charges back on your store, it basically goes and it catches the chargeback. And when it catches the chargeback, it will go. I don't know if they still do this because I haven't used them in a couple weeks, but it catches the chargeback. And then when it catches the chargeback, it alerts and refunds before it hits your payment processor. So you pay them obviously for it. So yeah, like I was saying, it just stops the chargeback from happening, bro. You know what I'm saying? It makes it to where you don't have to deal with them anymore. You know what I'm saying? And not only you have to deal with them, not deal with them, my bad. It stops the chargeback and it catches it before it hits your payment processor. So not only does your payment processor not hit you for a chargeback and then you get flagged and now it boosts up your chargeback rate, because if you're on Shopify payments, once you get to that 2 to 3% chargeback rate, that's when they flag you. So you even 1%, you want to stay under 1% chargeback rate So the whole goal is to not get as many chargebacks that don't hit your payment processor as fast as possible. So again, it catches the chargeback. So once the chargeback happens, it will then alert you, and you can refund them immediately before the chargeback hits your payment processor. And this will save you so much chargebacks. This will save you so much. You'll be able to catch chargebacks way earlier. It'll save you a fuck ton on chargebacks. Your chargeback rate will be way lower, and you'll be able to save so much more money, and also not get your payments on hold because you're not dealing with these chargeback issues, bro. So make sure, again, when it comes to your payment processor, right before it hits your payment processor, it catches it, alerts you, and you can automatically refund before it hits your payment processor, and just allows it to, you not have to deal with that anymore. So Disputifier is an app that I highly recommend you guys to get on every single Shopify site that you have that's scaling or doing 1K days, and it will help you not deal with chargebacks, bro. You know what I'm saying? So again, Disputifier, that is the app that you want to use, bro. Next thing, having something called text now on your Shopify. Text now. What it is that when people talk to a real person, right? When people talk to a real person, it just makes it look more real. Most of the time, before people charge back, they're going to look for a number to basically combat you not charging back. They're gonna look for a number. You know what I'm saying? Or they're gonna look at the email. If you had a number and they were able to talk to a real person on that, it's going to combat your chargebacks exponentially. And reason being is because now people feel like they're talking to a real person, because they don't know who it is that's shipping their order. They only know that they bought it. So them going and being able to talk to a real person just builds that trust, so they don't charge back. So when you go and on your FAQs, and contact us, you can say you can email us here or contact us at number ... and don't put your real number. What you're gonna do is you're gonna basically go to somewhere. You're gonna basically go to a rerouter. You can go on Safari and get this, and it's basically you can buy a number that reroutes to your number. So when somebody texts this number, it's like an app. I used to do solo sales, so I know what we're talking about. Where when they text this number, it will then reroute to that other number, and you'll be able to text them, and they'll text you saying, "Hey, I'm just want to look at my order. Hey, is this solarsales.co?" And people, you can text them, or you can hire somebody to text them on the number, and it will just look way more real and trustworthy. And you can give them updates through text, and because you're giving them updates through text, it just makes it look way more real. Also, calls. If people are calling you, that's good. A lot of people get scared when people call you. Bro, hire somebody, your friend, your boy, somebody close to you who's in US to answer those calls, okay? Or even call the customer right before you charge back. If somebody emails to you, if somebody's emailing you saying, "Oh, I'm gonna charge back," or "I want my refund," you can call them and basically say, "Hey, I see that you want a refund. Why?" And it will stop the chargebacks from happening, because you're not only showing that you care, you're showing that you're a real person, but also you're basically going and you're catching it before it happens. So if somebody's emailing saying they want a refund, you could call them, pick up the phone, call them, have a conversation. "Hey, I seen you wanted a refund. I just want to know. I just wanted to pick up the phone, call, and see what's going on." And you can have a real conversation, and it just looks way more real. Or they can call you and you can answer, and you can literally talk to them on the phone, and you could talk them out of the refund. And it just sounds way more real. You know what I'm saying? And it sounds way more real. And on that, if they call you before they call the bank, that's high ROI. And that's what I'm saying, bro. So you can have them call you, text you, or you can hire somebody, which is high ROI. You not do it yourself. Hire somebody that you trust, who's close by, or is in the US, to just pick up the phone. All their job is to pick up the phone and answer. And you're gonna save yourself fucking 10x chargebacks, and not only that, refunds like hella. Because again, imagine if every time you email a company saying, "Hey, I wanted a refund," and then they call you asking why you wanted a refund. That is going to be it's high ROI as fuck. And not only that, again, they call you and they give you the refund, or you're able to catch them saying, "Hey, I want your refund," or "Hey," but beforehand, and even just texting back fast. Just hire somebody to text back on a real phone in the US. It's high ROI, and it's going to combat hella chargebacks for you. So overall, just customer support, hella important, bro. If you stay on top of your customer support, you email people, you talk to them, it's gonna stop the chargebacks from happening, and also it's gonna be emails. Having real reviews. Don't just deal with 3 to 4 reviews. Have a shit ton of reviews on your store, basically saying all of these things and showing proof of concept, while also a 30-day money back guarantee. And that's gonna allow people to trust you even more. So when they buy, they're not tweaking out about if they're gonna get their order 2 days later. And not only that, it's gonna make people feel good to see that there's other people who are also, you know, enjoying the product. Again, 3 reviews is good, but if you had 25 reviews in your store with different testimonials, it just looks way more real. And then again, the Speedifier, download the Speedifier. It catches the chargebacks before you hit your processor, so you don't deal with those chargebacks. And on top of that, it will also help you win chargebacks. What I was talking about is that if somebody does chargeback and it doesn't catch it and it hits your processor, it will automatically send down a full detailed answer. It will look through everything. It'll look through the order. It'll look through your like when the order was shipped. You know, when they wanted the chargeback, it will look through everything and it will send an appeal for you, and it has an extreme high chance of winning. Bro, Disputifier, let's say that your chance of winning it by yourself is 3 out of 10. Disputifier is 7 out of 10. And that's the difference. It will help you because it will also win chargebacks for you, which will drop your chargeback rate, which is hella high ROI. And then, like I said, text now and call now on your store. So there's some things that you can do to combat chargebacks and save you on chargeback rate and refunds, bro. So I really hope this video helped you guys out for real. Like I said, bro, just a regular nigga here to help you guys out. And I'm here to just give you guys sauce. So yeah, bro, I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. And if you guys do want to work with me one-on-one, you can apply to work with me down below. DM me the word organic on Instagram, and we can talk and see if you guys want to work with me. If not, join the free Discord that I have down below. We have a whole community on there. Comment down the word hood. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one.